Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make sure that the entire area is clean with 1 to 10 bleach solution and water, which I've already done, but we're just going to pretend like we did it already. The next sample is a patient sample. It is a swab in the amines solution. It's going to be mixed vigorously before inserting into the red tube. But the first thing we're going to do, gown up so you don't get bleach all over your clothes, and put some gloves on and go down to the box. The outside of the box is dirty, so we've actually dirtied the inside of this box too, so we're going to use same gloves but not touch the stuff inside the baggies. So we're going to open the box, and we can touch the outside containers of these tubes, but we're not going to touch the actual tube with our gloves that are dirty right now. So she's going to pick up one bag. It doesn't matter which one. Try to scoot it up in the baggie without dipping your hand inside the bag. Close it back up. It's not going to be a completely sterile technique. It's going to be as sterile as you can possibly get it. And with this bag, she's going to fish it up again and grab the tail end of this tube, not the nozzle end of it.
2 hands help me pinch it.
She grabbed it by the tail end of it. Okay. And she'll close it back up. Try to not put your hand in the bag at all. Try to like scoot it all the way up to the lip of the bag. I've been doing that and then dumping it onto here so that you actually don't touch. You know how like you dump the sutures, that kind of thing. So yeah, so just kind of dump it onto the. Pretend this is a sterile field and you're dumping things into the sterile field. And the blue, and then the canister. Yeah, that's probably mo better. It's a learning process. We're gonna find our own ways of doing it. And then you can do the same thing with the canister. When you open this bag, it's vacuumed, and if you don't hear the hissing from the vacuum, there's a procedure, another way of going about it. But if you don't hear the hiss, then ask questions. But if you do hear a hiss, you're good to go. Definitely got a hiss. Okay, so this one's good. If you don't hear a hiss, you can attempt to hydrate the solutions in there, or the little powder tabs, once, and if they don't hydrate, you just throw everything away and do it again. Yes. And then the same thing with your is that everything? Yeah. So same thing with the syringe. So take your pipetter, open it up, and dump it again. Technically, the outside of that bag wasn't sterile, but you barely grabbed it by the tip of it, so it's okay. Lift that up a little bit. There. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your, change your gloves. Alright, and put your red tube and your blue tube in the little holders. And all the holder is a holder so that you can unscrew the red and blue cap from the vials without using 2 hands. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to open your other canister, the silver canister, and pull out the cartridge inside. And then you place it into the bottom part of this holder, just like that. It just slides right in. All it is a stabilizer. It doesn't do anything but help you stabilize the cartridge so you don't poke yourself. She's verifying that there is a little white tab in, especially the red one is the most important, but there's white tabs in several of the other ones at the very bottom, and they're all under vacuum. So she's going to get the blue tube, and she's going to turn it counterclockwise. If you grab it by the top, it makes it a little bit easier. So counterclockwise, it's going to expose a little needle, like a blunt needle. Keep turning it and pull it straight out. It's threaded. And then she's going to place it inside that tiny little, it's not going to focus. There's a tiny little hole that goes in. And you have to press down pretty hard. And it acts like a vacutainer. That's it. And it should hydrate. Pull your barcode down. It should have hydrated all those little chambers. There should be some fluid inside of it. Okay, then the red one's next. You'll grab your patient sample. And you can go ahead and put the sticker on it appropriately. It was just placed in there. Shake it vigorously so that you're trying to extract all of the bugs off of the nasal swab into the liquid. Alright, and then you'll open it up and use your pipetter to draw up the liquid. Yeah, just push it to the side. So there's 3 little notches on that pipetter. You're going to draw it up to the third one. So each one is 0.1 milliliters. So we're going to be drawing up 0.3 milliliters into this pipetter or pipette. And then she will place it into the red tube. And it's okay if air gets into it. Just try your best to minimize it because it makes a whole bunch of bubbles. The best way to do it's like you're pouring a beer. So put the tip of the pipette inside and on the wall, and it'll create less bubbles. And then you recap your vial, throw your pipette in the biohazard. And then you will cap the red one. It's kind of hard to do. Line it up just right and snap it. And then you take it out and then invert it 2 or 3 times just to make sure that, oh wait, hold on, we didn't do the buffer. Open it back up, forgot about the buffer. I'm a terrible instructor. So the buffer has a little square. You're going to push it in to break the seal so that it can be poured into the red tube. And it makes a lot of bubbles too, so try to do your best not to make a whole bunch of bubbles. And you have to squeeze it pretty hard. Bubbles are okay, it's just they can bubble up to the top of the tube. And as long as your liquid goes in between the 2 red lines on there, you're good. Okay. And then you can put that in either the trash or biohazard, doesn't matter. Okay, now cap it, sorry. And invert it 2 or 3 times. Place it back down into the thing, turn it counterclockwise, and before you remove the needle from the cap, watch for a drip at the tip of the needle. You don't want that drip to land on anything because it could cross-contaminate. So let it drip and then quickly move it onto the little hole on the opposite end of the cassette, just like you did the blue one. Punch it through. About half of the liquid's gonna come out and go into that one end canister. Okay, and then you can remove both of them, recap them, turn them clockwise to recap them. Turn it the other way. There you go. And then you can go straight to the trash with it, or biohazard. Biohazard for the red one, definitely, but trash for the blue one. Okay, and then this is where you change your gloves again, because we're now going to go over to the computer. Alright, just grab it in the center of the cartridge. I think they already removed it. If it's still in there, my hands are clean. I cleaned it after I did it. So this is one that we just ran. I'm just gonna grab a napkin so that my hands don't touch the cartridge, and I'm gonna just lift it out. And it comes straight out, and I'm just gonna bring it over to biohazard. Okay, so now Hazel's gonna put hers in. It just slides straight in. There's only one way to do it, so you're not gonna put it in incorrectly. And then it clicks in, so push down on the cartridge to click it in. There you go. And then it immediately prompts you to do the next step. So the next step is to scan the barcode. There's kind of a sweet spot, so you have to aim it just right and be just the right distance between it. If it doesn't work, hold it down. If it doesn't work again, click it a couple times. It's real ornery. Maybe hold your hand on the thing and stabilize it on the barcode. Maybe a little closer, back up, try different distances or angles. There it goes. Alright, so after you scan the barcode, it's going to go to the sample ID. Right now it's not in LabDAC, so we're going to use the patient's ID number, which hers, where's she at? She is 38775962. That's her patient ID that's assigned by PJ. And then hit tab. You're not going to change anything else on there. No serial numbers, no protocols, nothing like that. And then you'll go to operator. Hazel's already done it once, so she's going to enter in her name and password. If you haven't done it, hit that add operator button and fill it out. It can be, your password can be anything. There's no restrictions on it, and it's never going to make you change it. So you can do whatever you want. Just remember it. Then it's telling you the next step. Close the lid and a little diagram video, and then you go up to start run. It's fine. And that's it. With these gloves, you can go back and finish cleaning up. You can take those, put it away. The patient sample, we're going to be, for right now, we're going to be putting in the freezer in this CPL bag. My hands were clean when I put it in this bag. Damn it, I broke it. Okay. Anyway, and now she's going to clean. She's going to clean the area. You can use those same gloves with bleach, 1 to 10 solution, and then she's going to clean the area with water afterwards.